Thank you very much, Senator Murray, for putting this forum together today, and I want to thank the witnesses for being here. I will not be able to stay. I have to chair a Oceans, Fisheries, and Coast Guard Committee subcommittee hearing in about 12 minutes, but I want to at least let you know first, I've received all your written testimony. I appreciate that. I have some questions that I'll submit for the record. I will tell you, in my short time here in the Senate and as a member of this committee, I've heard incredible testimony from our brave warriors and families over the last 2.5 years. And I want to be clear that examining the lifetime costs and supporting this new generation of veterans does not mean that we will not be there for you. You answered the call of duty and have been there for our country, and we will be there for you. The cost that veterans and their families have suffered as a consequences associated with the scars of war, both financially and emotionally, place burdens that can last a lifetime. With Alaska having the highest number of veterans per capita of any state in this country, I've seen these impacts firsthand. And I will tell you that what I tell every time I see a veteran when I'm at home: thank you, thank you, thank you for the service and the sacrifice, not only as an individual, but also as the family. And we'll promise to continue to fight every day to do what we can to make sure those services are there. One of the issues that I'll submit for the record for you all, hopefully to answer, is the question that I know I face, Senator Tester, I know Senator Johans, with rural veterans, veterans that have extremely difficult time accessing health care. And more veterans are choosing to live in rural communities. In my state, 80% of the rural communities cannot be accessed by road. So it is very difficult for them to access the health care they need, may it be physical or mental services that they may need. I think I would be interested in your comments, if you have them, that you can put on the record again, or I'll submit, as I am for the record, a written question about how do we figure out the access points to ensure that the quality care, no matter where you live as a veteran, doesn't matter if you live in a small village in Alaska of 50 people or a large urban city, how do we make sure we get the health care they need, they are owed, in a timely basis? So I'd be anxious for your comments. I know it's a question. We have a piece of legislation. We're talking about the Alaska Heroes Card to create some access points, again, for roadless areas that are just impossible for our veterans to get the quality service they need. So I'd be interested in your comments on that. Again, Madam Chair, thank you for holding this important hearing, because as we engage in wars, it's a two-part cost. One is the action of the war and the actions after. And sometimes, and I can tell you as a new member here, my personal opinion is when we engaged in the wars of Iraq and Afghanistan, not a lot of people thought about the next cost. And so I'm glad this hearing's here. It's a commitment we have to make and is owed to the veterans and the families of the veterans. So thank you again for all of you being here. And again, thank you, Madam Chair.